So as we get older, I think everyone has that moment where they look back in time and wish they could change something. And I think most people have the main feeling, and at least for me, the main thing I wish I could go back and change is saving money more when I had the opportunities. When I was younger, instead of rushing to try to start my life off and, just wish I could have stayed at home longer or found some kind of way to live cheaper to set myself up better for financial freedom in my older years. So my audio might be a little bit echoey right now because I'm moving soon and, my voice is bouncing off all the barren walls. But what I mean by that is, if you are lucky, and I know this is obviously a privileged place to be, and a lot of people don't have this situation, when you graduate high school, I do really wish I could have stayed at home and just stacked as much money as possible, got a job while I was going through school if I was doing that, or just start working full-time and just save as much money as possible. Because most people, they turn 18 or they graduate high school, they just want to move out, get things started, get things rolling. But if you have the ability to, and this is more speaking to my younger audience, because I still have some people that are in their teenage years watching this, if you have the ability, and I know a lot of people don't, but if you have the ability to stay home, I highly recommend living at home for a few years, just saving as much money as you possibly can, setting yourself up. Because after you do that, let's say you stay at home and you save like $10,000, $15,000, then you can start investing in stocks. Maybe, crypto's big now. I'm not really a big crypto person. I'm more of a, S&P 500 safe stocks, Nvidia and things like that. You can set yourself up for your later years instead of just running off to start your life. And if you can't stay at home, which obviously, like I said, it's a privileged position to be able to do, try to get a group of your friends to rent a house, maybe like 4 of you. Get the rent as low as possible, because I know rent is insanely expensive right now everywhere you look. Small town, big city, anything. Sit there, grind together, set savings goals, reach those goals, invest 10% of your income you get in the S&P 500 or a stock of your choice, or like I said, crypto, and really set yourself up, because once you have a solid amount of money in your savings account, you just have this, it's like a breath of fresh air. You just feel so much better, because there's literally nothing worse than living paycheck to paycheck, constantly thinking about money. Am I going to have enough money? Am I going to be able to do this? If you want to buy a little something, constantly thinking, can I afford it? It's such a, freedom to not have the burden of having to worry about every single penny you're spending, or, having to worry about your bills 24/7. So don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about that. Live cheap. Live within your means. Live under your means when you're younger, so you can live bigger when you're older. Because a lot of the people that are younger, either living off the dime of their parents or, someone else they know, or they're in massive amounts of debt to show a life that they don't actually live. So don't worry about that. Once you're out of high school, none of that stuff matters. Live cheap, live at home, get some roommates, stack bread, and invest. And that's basically just the advice I wish I could go back in time and give myself. Because knowing the amount of money I could have right now, I think about it all the time, and it's like, dang, man, I wish I was smart enough to realize that when I was 18, 19 years old. So live cheap, live under your means, stack as much money as possible, and set yourself up for a future that's going to be unburdened by having to worry about finances. It's the smartest thing to do, and I wish I could go back in time and change that. So set yourself up and live a little bit below your means now so you can have an awesome future.